Big story at this hour. India-France signed the game-changer Rafale deal. India and France today signed the mega 63,000 crore deal for buying 26 Rafale marine aircraft for the Indian Navy. The Indian side was represented by Defence Secretary Rajesh Kumar Singh, when Navy Vice Admiral K. Swaminathan was also present. All right, Rafale is considered among among the most capable fighters of its class in the world and is currently only operated by the French Navy. I'm going to go straight across to Shivani for more details. It's considered, Shivani, one of the most capable fighters really of its class, and India now signing a deal as it comes with France for 26 such machines. Just talk to us about how big a game changer this is really.
Sneha, this is indeed a game changer for the Indian Navy. As we see, Indian Navy is actually getting operational in the blue waters, and the Rafale marine jets, they will be giving additional power to the Indian Navy, as these fighters will be meant for the indigenous, the IAC Vikrant, and also the INS Vikramaditya. So these aircraft carriers of the Indian Navy will be now having these new fighters, the Rafale Marines, most advanced ones, and 26 of them will be coming to India. The deal has already been sealed minutes ago at the Nausena Bhavan. The CCS had already approved this deal of 63,000 crores on the 9th of April, and now it has been sealed by the ambassadors of both the countries, and in the presence of the defense minister, and also in the defense minister of France. He had to come here, but he could not join. So he was present remotely while the deal was being signed, and now within 4 years the deliveries of these Rafale marine jets will be starting, so that they can be inducted by the Indian Navy for the operations.
That's right.
These are one of the best fighter jets that India will be getting for its Navy from France. We know that Indian Air Force already flies Rafales, and that have also been the game changers for India.
That's right. Be with us, Shivani. I'm going to bring in our senior colleague Gaurav Sawant, also getting in more details, the managing editor. Gaurav, talk to us how big this is. In fact, keeping an eye on the developments of the recent past, really, and how significant this is as a boost to our defense sector.
So the Indian Air Force already operates 36 Rafales, the Indian Navy to get 26. It's the power of 62 operating together as far as Rafales are concerned. Of course, it will take some time for all 26 to be available here. These, of course, are carrier-based aircraft, but that doesn't mean they can only be used in the marine version. Rafales originally were marine fighter jets, extremely potent, capable of taking up to 9 tons of weapons with their beyond visual range missiles. They can give the Indian Navy, and of course the ones that the Indian Air Force operates, the Indian Air Force, the kind of beyond visual range strike power that we did not have so far. That's point one. It gives you a longer area to operate. It's a 4.5 generation, not technically a 5th generation, but a 4.5 generation fighter jet. The numbers give you strength, the kind of missiles it's armed with for air-to-air, air-to-ground, air-to-sea operations. Your aircraft carrier and these Rafales on board, plus the mid-air refueler, would give you unprecedented reach to hit targets far and wide away. It would also make the situation extremely difficult for the adversary to counter you. Of course, they'll take some time to come in, and that has been a huge crisis as far as India is concerned, not being able to ink a deal in time. But this has happened. 36 of these, 26 for the Navy. It remains to be seen whether the 114 that Indian Air Force hopes to acquire, the MMRCA, whether they too then ultimately would end up being Rafales. And if that is the case, then India will have a huge arsenal of not only made in France fighter jets, but in case those aircraft are made in India subsequently, there would be a lot that Indian Armed Forces would be gaining with this weapon platform, something that both the Air Force and the Navy. So in terms of serviceability of this aircraft, in terms of interoperability, in terms of storage of spares, logistics would be much easier Training would be much easier. Air Force will have the training equipment. Air Force can train pilots better. So there's a lot of advantages of going in for the Rafale Marines for the Navy at a time when the Air Force is operating the Rafales.
Also, in a lot many ways, it strengthens, India-France strategic ties with future, co-production, technology transfer in the near future. All of this, Gaurav, is going to be looked at, isn't it?
That is indeed the anticipation that India-France cooperation would intensify. Look, of the P5 countries, while Russia remains a very close friend, India-America relations are constantly improving. But India-France relationship, especially in the past decades and after Pokhran nuclear tests of 1998, have already and always been on an upswing. France is one country that stood by India through thick and thin, and that's a cooperation that the two countries intend to take forward. The selection of Rafales for the Indian Air Force and then Marines for the Indian Navy is also a signal for future cooperation. And now it remains to be seen where we get those fighter jet engines from, and whether future aircraft cooperation is where India and France move together, or would that be India and Russia? But many argue it could well be India-France.
That's right. Be with us, Gaurav. I'll bring in Shivani once again. Shivani, India, by this one move also has in a big way secured its interest in the Indian Ocean region as well, isn't it? And that's extremely significant from that point of view.
Sneha, in past few years, we've seen how the Indian Navy has been active and operational not only in the Indian Ocean region, but it has been participating in a number of exercises with a number of friendly nations, navies, and different oceans of the world. And that not only shows how we are enhancing in our maritime might, but this is called as the maritime diplomacy, in which India is succeeding year after year with multiple partners emerging, and these defense ties in terms of the naval ties are enhancing. And now, after the Rafale Marine jets will be in Indian Navy's arsenal, we'll get even more stronger. The Indian aircraft carriers will be having these fleets of Rafale Marine, though it will take another 4 years for the first deliveries to reach Indian Navy. But it's being said that by 2031, all these 26 Rafale Marine will be in India, and that will be a game changer for India's Navy, because even after the Vikrant and number of ships that are being made indigenously, there are submarines that are being made indigenously. The arsenal of the Indian Navy is increasing actually dynamically, and that shows how in past few years Indian Navy has not only shown its prowess, but it is also making India stronger in terms of naval diplomacy.
That's right. Talk to us a little about how we compare with China's J-15. It's Rafale M versus China's J-15. Just tell us, how do they really stack up, Shivani?
Sneha, see, when we talk about Rafales, the very important factor here is that India has already been flying Rafale since 2019, when India inducted these Rafale jets for the Indian Air Force. So now we have that compatibility, we can say that experience with Rafale that already the forces have. So this was an added advantage besides the capabilities of Rafale Marine jets that are actually designed according to India's need, Indian Navy's need. So those Stobar technology and the 4.5 generation of this Rafale Marine jet makes it quite capable for Indian operations, and they are more reliable in terms of the operations that India needs to do on the blue waters. So this is very important to mention out here, that we were actually experienced with Rafales in the Indian Air Forces. We've seen how those Rafales have been flying in different operations. They are flying not only along the Indian borders, but they are taking on complex operations in a number of exercises that India conducts. And all these aircraft are quite capable and at par with the world's best. So for India, Rafale Marine is the best what it needed right at the moment. for its indigenous aircraft carrier Vikrant and INS Vikramaditya, and all the other operations too, where these Rafale Marines will be operating. So when we compare with the Chinese aircraft, definitely the aircraft that India will be possessing will be according to India's needs and India's compatibility, the training, and whatever Indian forces need. All that has been taken into consideration when this Rafale Marine deal has been concluded by India and France. So Sneha, definitely this is what India needed, and this is the ultimate 4.5 generation aircraft carrier that Indian Navy will be possessing very soon after the deal has been concluded.
Well, absolutely. You know, Shivani, also tell us, when are they going to be brought here? They'll be on board the INS Vikrant, and 26 of them. Will all of them be, brought in tranches? Just talk to us about the finer details of this deal, really.
Sneha, see, now the deal has been concluded, and we have been reporting about how these Rafale Marine jets will be coming to India. They will be definitely coming in batches. The first deliveries will start in 4 years from now. That would be 2029. And what we are learning is that by 2031, all these 26 Rafale Marine jets will be in India. So as and when they arrive, they will be inducted by the Indian Navy. They will be deployed in different operations on the Indian aircraft carriers. And when we talk about the deal, this is a very important deal, Sneha, because we needed these aircraft for our Indian Navy, Indian naval operations. The older aircraft are aging, so definitely we needed the new fighters for Indian Navy too. These fighters will be deployed by the Indian Navy on the different missions, and as and when they will be arriving in different batches, they will be inducted by the Indian Navy. So the complete order would take some time, say by 2031, all these 26 Rafale Marine jets will be inducted, and they will be in India. And we also must tell our viewers that out of these 26, Sneha, 22 are the single-seaters, and there are 4 double or twin-seater Rafale Marine jets that will be used for training. So apart from these jets, there is a whole lot of training and other equipment that is also included in this deal, and India has also requested that the weapon systems, that are Indian weapon systems and other equipment that can be integrated with these Rafale Marine jets that will be coming to India from France in batches starting 2029. So very soon we'll be getting these new fighters for our Navy that will be deployed on the indigenous aircraft carrier Vikrant as well as INS Vikramaditya. That are the 2 aircraft carriers for India, because India is focusing a lot on its marine strength in the wake of muscle flexing that we see especially by China. And we are seeing a lot of demonstrations that are being done by the Indian Navy in past few days, especially after Pahalgam attack. So this is all the more important that now
be with us, Shivani. I'll just come back to you in a moment from now. In fact, Captain D.K. Sharma, former spokesperson of the Indian Navy, is joining us this afternoon. Thank you for your time. How big, how significant, sir, is this development today, with India now finally signing the deal? Of course, the deliveries of the same will start only by the year 2029. But talk to us about the significance of this, of India signing the deal with France as far as procuring Rafale M is concerned.
Well, good afternoon. This is one of the biggest deals with the Indian Navy, or for that matter, the defense forces are going to sign, or which has been signed today. And very, very significant for Indian Navy, because if you recollect, the carrier INS Vikrant was commissioned by the Honorable Prime Minister on 2nd September 22. So it's almost 3 years that we have been deliberating which kind of fighter has to come. And finally, now we know that Rafale Marine from France, from Dassault, is going to be on top of the carrier. 22 of them will be forming a part of the Wolf Pack, and 4 will be trainers, which will be probably operating from Goa or somewhere else, where we have the shore-based test facility and all the wherewithal required for training our young pilots. So insofar as capability of Indian Navy is concerned, it was a long felt need. And I would say it was under the category of vital assets which needed to be done. And it's such a great step which has been taken by the government of India today by inking this deal, which is going to change the whole game, because right now we were sharing MiG-29Ks between Vikramaditya and Vikrant. So now, once they start rolling in I don't know what is the time and what is the, modalities that when and how many will come, whether they will come in 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. But a very, very significant step has been taken. A start has been made. So, and another thing which we are going to do is that MRO facility for Rafales is going to be created here by the French people. And so is for the engines, the M88 engines by Safran. So it's a huge capability that whosoever is operating Rafales or Rafale Marines in this part of the world will not have to go back to France. They can, it can be repaired here, it can be overhauled here. And as the time goes and with the push towards Atmanirbharta of the country, it is going to be a win-win situation for us and for other nations who are going to be operating Rafale from this part of the world.
Also I want to ask you, very significant from the point of view of India securing its own position in the Indian Ocean region. I think that is a goal and that is something that will be achieved with this acquisition, isn't it?
Correct. Because you see, we have a huge responsibility in IOR. And now we are a very, very key partner in the Indo-Pacific. So with this kind of requirements and this kind of responsibilities at our hand, and if you go back in the last 5, 7, 10 years, see the accretions which have happened towards maintaining, ISR capabilities of our defense forces. So whether you talk of the P8I, whether you talk of the Sea Guardians, whether you now talk of Rafale, AIMS, or for that matter, MH-60R, things are falling into place as per the plans which have been made by the Defense MOD and the Navy and the country at large. So these were the small building blocks, slowly and steadily, they're all coming in, and they will certainly make sure that IOR is kept sane and rule-based order and various other things, because India still do not have that ambitions which our primary adversary, wants to do coercive kind of diplomacy and trying to shoo away everybody from their part of the oceans. So with these kind of capabilities, I'm sure we will be able to take charge of Indian Ocean region. And as such, and another thing which is coming out is that they are making 6 carriers, and it's only a matter of time that Chinese aircraft carriers will start making forays over here. So we need something so that we keep them under check and do not allow them to do whatever they are doing in South China Sea. So that should not repeat in this part of it.
Also, you did touch upon it, but I want you to talk about a little on how, this is done with the ultimate goal of phasing out MiG-29K fleet as well, and aging, less reliable, technical and reliability problems that this fleet was facing, and the need of the hour was to urgently replace them. And in that sense, this is an absolutely fantastic step in that direction.
No, you are talking of things when we had in 2013-14, we had got Vikramaditya along with the complement of MiG-29Ks. Yes, there were problems. There were issues of serviceability and availability, but a lot of water has flown under the bridge. We have, got a lot of expertise on it, and it's not that they're not delivering. They're delivering as desired, and the serviceability rates are now much higher. And as you are aware, now these MiG-29Ks, till the time the Rafales don't join us, are sharing the deck of Vikramaditya and Vikrant. So it is not that they're going to be phased out so soon. No, they will remain until the time Vikramaditya is there. MiG-29 fleet are also there, and we have I want to tell the audience that we had got 45 of them. So it is that now we will have 45 there, 22 here. So we have a fleet of 67, almost 4 squadrons equivalent of Air Force. So this is a very happy situation, which will give us more availability and serviceability of the aircraft and the flexibility to operate.
All right. Extremely significant from that point of view. I'm going to thank you, Captain, for joining in and sharing your views with us.